Hi guys, it's Kim here, and welcome back to Murdered Soul Suspect. Apologies for the long break. I've not been very well. I'm still not very well, as you can hear. So apologies in advance for any hacking sounds I make during this recording. I'm going to try not to, because it's not very pleasant. Hi Hannah, how you doing?
Hello.
I have germs. Just some germs.
No.
Right, however, I did make good use of my sick time, and guess what I've gone and done?
Oh, God.
I went back to the graveyard and to the mental asylum, and I found all the artifacts. So we're going to start off with some ghost charades. I think we should start off with the heirloom.
Okay.
Okay, if you're not sure what we're doing here, basically the studio didn't have enough money to put cutscenes in for these bits, so we're going to act them out. The heirloom. Okay, so this is from the graveyard.
I've always been a kleptomaniac. It's not that I was lazy or anything, I was just bored.
No!
Stolen goods were always more interesting to me. I could just look at whatever it was and relive the exciting memory of the theft itself.
That is mine.
I bought it for you.
Sometimes I was worried that I'd get caught. Other times I was riding an adrenaline rush. But it wasn't until the last thing I ever stole that I truly felt afraid. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I don't know how to do that one.
Jesus, for abstract sentences.
I've been trying to forget it.
That's what I'm trying to forget.
My friends and I snuck into a graveyard to drink a few beers like we normally did on a boring weeknight. We headed for our usual spot, an old run-down mausoleum. Only this time it was locked. It seemed someone had finally taken an interest in the dead guy it belonged to and didn't appreciate us partying there.
No.
So we split up and went looking for a new place. Finally, I found another mausoleum. One of its walls had begun to crumble away, but I squeezed through. The inside looked the same as all the others.
Barely.
Except for one thing.
I read fast.
Lying there on top of the central tomb was a dusty frame that contained a wreath made of elaborately braided rope. Knowing that antiques were valuable, I took it. I figured I'd wait a week before selling it in case anyone reported it stolen. So when I got home, I hid it at the top of my closet and went to sleep. That night, I had horrible nightmares.
You could be the dead-faced hag.
Of a dead-faced hag with rotting flesh. No matter how many times I woke up, she always found her way back into my dreams. Over the next few days, the nightmares got worse.
Oh dear.
I'd wake up only to find clumps of my hair missing and my scalp bleeding. I chalked it up to stress and feelings of guilt about stealing from the graveyard. So the next day I went to a pawn shop to sell the wreath and
Give me money.
Be done with it. I could feel a shiver run down my spine when the pawnbroker informed me that the wreath wasn't made from rope at all. It was actually made from the human hair
I knew something dark was coming.
of a deceased loved one, as was customary in the late 1800s.
My hair.
I wanted the nightmares to stop, so I sold it to him.
No.
Unfortunately, it didn't work that way. Now, I spend my time trying to track it down, hoping to return it so I can finally get some sleep.
So,
a weird
the moral
one.
of that story is don't steal,
Yeah.
pretty much. This one, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, these ones are always the best, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Horror mixed with mental hospitals.
Yeah. So, you ready for this?
Good stuff.
I've had a long career working as a state inspector for the Department of Mental Health.
Oh dear.
During that time, I've been to a lot of institutions, and I have seen a lot of horrible things.
Things I've seen.
But nothing even comes close to the evil events that I witnessed at Fairhaven Sanitarium, the place they now call Lux Eterna.
Oh dear.
I first arrived in 1926 to investigate claims of overcrowding and neglect.
That's neglect.
However, Fairhaven's reputation was tainted
It fell off again. It's
long
abuse.
before that.
Such abuse.
In 1911, Fairhaven opened its doors for the first time. A notoriously violent criminal by the name of Jack Yates
Leave the hat off.
was the
I was gonna leave
hospital's
the hat off.
first patient. He was to be the shining example of the hospital's ability to
Oh, a
cure
shining example,
the
mate.
mentally deranged.
Okay.
However,
Is that the mentally
when
deranged?
the superintendent's
Jeez.
family was visiting one day, Yates broke free from his restraints, and
That's me stabbing you.
he killed the man's wife.
Wife.
Since then, no one knows what happened to Yates or the superintendent.
Sorry.
Well,
It's
That
fine, I'll
is-
haunt you.
until now.
I always figured you would.
Superintendent Wallace Halstead greeted me at the door.
Hello.
He seemed as empty and unkempt as the patients he lorded over.
Oh, thanks.
And as I conducted my evaluation, I couldn't help but notice how nervous he got
Broom closet.
when I passed by a small broom closet. And naturally, I felt it necessary to find out why. When I opened the door, I was hit by the overpowering smell of human excrement. As the light flickered on overhead, I was horrified at what I saw. A withering man lay shackled to the floor in a pile of his own filth. Years of sunless existence had turned his skin, hair, and eyes
Lovely.
milky white.
Ow, that really hurts.
What
He'd
going?
been chained there for so long that his
You
skin
look like a right dirt.
grown over the shackles.
Oh.
It took me a moment to realize that the husk of a man was Jack Yates.
Dear.
The police arrived and Dr. Halstead was carted off. Doctors moved Yates from the small room for the first time in 15 years.
Oh dear.
The floor beneath him was permanently stained with the shape of his silhouette. They tried to remove the shackles from under his skin, but the shock of it all was too much for him. He died the next day. I watched as they walled up his tiny prison,
I don't really want to do this.
trying to
charade
pretend that it
anymore.
never
Not
happened.
really very much to charade.
I honestly hope he's in a better place. Although the staff still claims to
Agonized
hear
wails?
his agonizing wails coming from inside the
Just throw in
walls.
like TTT cries from next door.
Yeah. Okay, so we just reset because someone had to get her hat, and I had a coughing fit, so that was
job.
emotional. So we need to go to the Salem History Museum because there
history.
was the notebook. There was
Oh, the
something
guillotine, not the guillotine, the hanging gallows. Gallows
Yes,
is the word.
yes. So we're getting closer. I don't feel like there's much left. There's a couple of areas while I've been exploring around that are locked off, but I think we're getting close to the end. I still think that the murderer is Rex.
Fitting for an investigation about a serial killer. All these murders have whipped this town into a frenzy. Now it all leads here to a gala celebrating a time when Salem found itself swept up in another whirlwind of hysteria.
Yay, witch gala.
Well, look, there's someone to talk to.
I love his swagger.
It's good swagger. He got swagger.
He got swagger jagger. So I'm still running with the theory that all the girls who are being victimized.
Oh, good. Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine. So I'm still running with the theory that all the girls being victimized are descendants of ladies who were executed in the Salem witch trials.
Yes, or that have some form of witchy powers currently, like
Yeah.
what's her face and her sister. But that could be because they're descendant.
Yeah.
What's so special in there tonight?
Oh, so there's special stuff going on tonight. Cool.
There's a live hanging, and you're all invited.
I couldn't get out. The fire was merciless.
Okay.
So I think it sounds like she just died in the fire by accident.
Gather round and bear witness to the righteous proceedings of a trial of a most heinous nature. Now you, good woman Putnam, you stand accused of the murder of 7 of your own children, whom you claim were taken by forces of the devil.
Freak show better give me some answers.
I did not do it. My devil spawn of a child is my own accuser.
To bearing the spawn of the devil?
Okay.
I did only mean it as a term
Oh, you can
of
possess her,
anger,
yeah.
that my own daughter would thus accuse me in my grief.
Okay.
And young Ruth Putnam, your own daughter, has testified to this court that you did take from her.
Puppet.
Pop it.
And she began to
Kim.
have pain
Like the ones
in
I'm
her
making on
belly
Minecraft.
and
Jeez.
bled
Oh,
most
jeez.
woefully from her
You're the
nether
witch.
parts for 5 days.
Actually, technically,
Was
I'm the
or
witch.
was not the
She
puppet
just had a
used
period.
to inflict this suffering?
Well,
Wow.
It was not.
you know,
I have engaged in no witchcraft.
it's the old days.
Women had a raw deal.
Pretty much, yeah.
Proving a demonic curse upon her. Mary Warren is a witness to the same, as the girls played with it in the bedchamber.
Maybe make my voice deeper.
Wow. So, okay, great.
He knows nothing.
He know
Putnam,
nothing
do you
about.
confess your guilt
Oh, I don't like these the ghosts that just like fade away like that.
No, I don't. There was one, I think there's a ghost you can talk to in a minute.
People really died here.
Yeah, good job, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
job.
Okay.
Look, there's one leaning on that wall in a minute.
Hello.
I remember a bright flash, and then nothing.
Well, that's
She looks
helpful.
too modern
She
to be
does.
a witch trial.
Maybe she was shot or something with a brief flash. Oh! Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. So where are we gonna go for? We're gonna go for the footprint, the busted board, or the trapdoor. I'm gonna go with footprint.
What was the noise?
Oh yeah, actually. So trapdoor probably. It was like a click and a.
Okay, yeah, no, because a busted board would be a breaky noise.
The time
Bada
is
bing.
upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
Oh, it's what's it? It's the little girl.
It is time to pay for your sin.
Were you a witch, Abigail?
Actual Puritan era gallows. Information. That ghost girl from the alleys is Abigail Williams, and this gallows was actually used to execute her centuries ago. There we go. So there's one pretty major clue there.
A little bit clue.
He's not into this.
Sure who would
Pretty
be.
sure it was police lights.
Okay. These like random snatches of conversation are weird.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Can I go in here?
Yeah. Oh.
That's bad demon hands.
Bad demon hands is a lighty, picky uppy thing. Other way. There. Oh look, it's
It's a rock?
yes,
Yes.
The guide.
Terror on the tracks. 14!
Come on.
Jeez. Well, I had nothing better to do on my Friday nights anyway. So as with everything else, we'll collect as many as we see here, but if we don't pick them all up, I'll find them off camera.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit...
There's one over. Oh no, there is a way through. It's just horrific. Oh. It's just a woman at a window. Stop. Ah, you are the worst.
You are.
You are the worst.
Okay, so we're through here. If I can go...
Yeah, you just gotta.
This
There
way.
you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Another rock.
Demon sludge here.
Yes. A little bit concerning. Oh, nice.
Ooh, note.
Oh no, we went on
no.
a date to the museum.
Yeah.
Oh come on. Is there anything on that desk?
It looks like there should be, but there's a stapler.
An
Can it?
awkward beam of light on the holy note paper.
Smithy doesn't want us to borrow his stapler. So collect. So that's just some notes. Rock.
Hi, Rock. I think that's probably... Looks like it's it.
Looks like it's it. Oh, I can't go through the glowy walls.
No glowy walls for you. Oh.
That was almost really bad. There you go.
What happens if you stand them again? Do you just get dragged in?
Arms come out and drag you in, and it's a bit unpleasant. Bit tingly.
Did you see all those police
Tingly.
lights?
Police aren't even safe.
Oh, they must be... Yeah, they're talking about my...
Oh, they're talking about, yeah, us,
murder.
us being offed.
We got murdered. Oh,
Inspect.
Shame.
Shame.
That's not what they are.
Must have been a pretty effective way to publicly shame
Pillory. Is that what they call it in America?
people. You're a Hillary. Yeah, because it's stocks over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awful.
Being locked up in one of these things.
What about that stone thing, that display?
Ugh.
All the display shit in there
Hold on,
that you didn't look
that
at.
child.
That child is horrible.
I'll go look at it in a second.
Oh. Denied.
Okay, looking at the displays.
It was that way, and then that way. That. What is that?
That oh.
Rocks.
So it wasn't
Oh.
really a form of
Oh.
Right.
Oh, lovely.
But someone still
Humans-
got killed.
Yep.
Crack maybe?
So...
Because
Crackle
What's the
rope.
point of
Definitely
this?
not stain.
crack.
Trying to get people
No,
to talk.
rope then.
How could they talk with those heavy stones on their chests?
They couldn't.
Doesn't make sense to me either.
Rope then, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Stain, really? That's a stain
It didn't
noise.
sound very liquidy, did it?
Confess, witch. Confess. Or covenant. A demonic contract with the dark forces.
Well, now. Okay.
Wow. Back in Puritan times, they tortured people to coerce confessions that their actions were guided by a demonic contract. That was a dude as well.
Yeah, it was a doodle.
I didn't realise dudes.
If he was upset about that, no?
Yeah. Maybe he's a witch. Burn the witch!
Oh.
Wow, human beings...
Oh, this is the same concept
dunking
as
chair, yeah.
dunking chair.
So human beings really do find amazing ways to be incredibly horrible to each other, don't they? Analyse details.
Drown.
Water.
Oh, get it right.
It was Sophia, wasn't it?
No, was it Rose?
No, Rose and Iris were the twins.
Yeah, but wasn't... Oh no, yeah, the twins were burnt.
Dunking tortured her. Something like this was used to kill Sophia. Yeah. So I think the next victim is going to maybe be...
We've had burning.
It's going to be stoned.
We've had... Yeah.
With the rocks.
We've not had gallows.
So it wasn't just witchcraft that would get you in
either,
here.
or have we?
It was all kinds of things.
I reckon as well our Joy is going to get it.
Wow.
We're going to have to save Joy.
Burn to death.
So this was used for Rose. Burn to death.
Torture. I'm pretty sure it's not painless or numbness, is it? Burning to death. So, assumedly, this is a person that either regularly visits the museum or works at the museum.
Maybe.
Or perhaps...
Was it you?
Has some strange experience with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder how long they left
The
people
train
on
was
the
so
road.
loaded down with
Hello.
ammunition,
Long enough
like
to
we
be
were a rolling
mighty
bomb.
uncomfortable, I suppose.
Plus, everyone was staring at
so...
what happened.
Yeah. Talk about public humiliation.
I'm getting crosstalk from two
Yeah, you are.
conversations there.
I think that guy's finished talking, but he's talking about trains, which
He's
ties
looking
into
like,
the side
yeah,
thing.
in the next room.
How do we get in there?
Round the side here.
Oh.
Train.
Choo-choo!
Execution plaque. The first person hanged at Gallows Hill was Bridget Bishop, who claimed that I am as innocent as the child unborn when presented with a charge of witchcraft. Can't go through there because of video games.
Yes.
Video games.
There must be another way in.
So we're missing 2 clues.
Yeah. What about, is there anything else on that bit where they're doing the presentations?
Yeah, maybe. On this table here.
Ha!
Court records.
Here, I guess it's true.
Replica of court records from the actual Salem witch trials.
I can't imagine what it would be like to have my own child turn on me.
Blows my mind that this really happened. Not just in a play, but in the
Look,
lives of real
stopped.
people.
Look to the, oh, what about,
Yeah.
no. That painting, maybe.
Seems like just about anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only one that's behind it. There you
Yeah.
go.
I like the font on that. Owned by
Lovely.
Judge Hathorne, one of the most influential judges during the witch trials, this historic mansion also served as a courtroom for many of the trials and sentencing hearings during the hysteria that blanketed Salem in 1692.
Judgment House. That's a lovely name.
One of Salem's historic sites, a mansion owned by a judge where accused witches were tried as part of the Salem witch trials in 1692. So, conclude investigation.
So the Bell killer used torture devices like this to kill his victims. Why kill them like witches?
Because they are.
Witches.
This guy.
I'm surprised there's no exhibit for the accusers. It's such an important part of Salem's history.
Actually, several artifacts aren't on display yet. We're currently preparing them upstairs in the restoration room.
Let's head up there then.
Better see what else is in here.